How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. I'm very excited about this video because I have a very cool gadget to show you. Gadget, is that the right thing to call it? Anyway, it's a microphone and it's the microphone I'm using right now. And this is the Lewitt MTP250. And before I start, I do want to say that this mic is a very good option for people who are on the budget, who cannot afford more expensive microphones, like the Rode Procaster, for example, which I have over here. And it's actually even cheaper than the Rode pod mic. This mic will set you back around £65, but I've seen it on a website reduced for as little as £57, which I'll put a link in the description below for. In comparison, the Rode pod mic is around £100. In America, at the moment this video is recorded, it is listed for $79 at B&H. And this is actually a stage or live performance microphone because it's a handheld mic. Still, it can be an amazing option for dialogue and podcasts because it's dynamic, like I said. And by the way, there's a misconception that these singing microphones are not great for videos or podcasting. Or maybe not misconception, but I think they're not as regarded as other microphones. So let me just say that stage microphones, regardless of the manufacturer, are being picked up by sound engineers as well as artists all the time. And obviously they have to be the best quality possible because companies would make a bad name for themselves if they weren't. Plus, this market is very saturated and a lot of them will try to stand out by making them cheap, very good sounding and amazing build quality. So do not disregard these microphones, they're just great. So in case you didn't know, dynamic microphones don't pick up a lot of reverb if you're in a room or office that isn't sound treated. And because of the cardioid pickup pattern of this microphone, it rejects even more of the sound coming from off-axis. And to demonstrate off-axis rejection of the MTP250, I'm going to talk into it while I rotate it. So this is what it sounds like from the side. Okay, now I'm going to rotate it again. This is what it sounds like from the back. And this is what it sounds like from the other side. Before I go on and talk about how good the audio quality of the Lewitt MTP250 is, let me go over the things that it comes with. So it comes with a fake leather pouch, which is padded, a mount clip as well as a 3/8 inch to 5/8 inch adapter. And unlike other microphones in this category, you also get an additional pop filter and a bracelet. It has an all-metal body construction and it has an internal shock mount, and it can be a little bit sensitive to plosives, but not as sensitive as the Samsung CO2. Before we move on to other things, here are some specs of this microphone. The reason I recommended this microphone over other ones in this category is because this one stands out in terms of the price, the things that you get with it, and the fact that I believe this is made in Europe, not in China, although I'm not entirely sure because it doesn't say neither on the box nor on the microphone. I like how this one is more balanced. It doesn't sound so boomy like other microphones, so it's not so focused on the low end of the frequency spectrum like other microphones in this price range. With that in mind, this is a very good option at this price point in my opinion. And when it comes to the audio quality of the Lewitt, there's no doubt it's really good. I actually like the audio quality of this microphone. I think it sounds great for something so affordable. And to give you guys some comparison samples. Okay, so now I'm talking into the Rode Procaster, to which I have not applied any EQ or compression. I have only normalized it to -23 LUFS. Okay, so now I'm talking into the Sennheiser MKH416, to which I have not applied any EQ or compression. I have only normalized it to -23 LUFS. And this is the last sample. Now I'm talking into the Sennheiser MKH50 P48, to which I have not applied any EQ or compression. I have only normalized it to -23 LUFS. And now I'm talking into the Lewitt, to which I have not applied any EQ or compression either. I have only normalized it to -23 LUFS. Now some may argue that this microphone doesn't look as good as some other ones like the Rode Procaster or the Rode Pod mic. But I'd rather choose something that sounds good over something that looks good and not only sounds similar or probably even worse, but it costs more. And to be honest, I actually like the look of this microphone, so that's not even an argument for me not to choose this mic. Plus, this mic is a lot more versatile because it can be used for live performances and even for interviews with either an XLR cable if you're on the budget, or with an XLR wireless transmitter for more convenience. If you want to use this on the Zoom H4n Pro, it works great, but it's probably best to pair it with a microphone activator, and that's something commonly used with dynamic microphones. And what it does, it uses phantom power to boost up the weak signal coming from the Lewitt, so you can lower your gain, thus getting a cleaner signal overall. There's quite a few options out there, but since we're talking budget, I'm using the more affordable Fed head. But of course, you can use a Cloud Lifter CL1 as well, which is obviously more expensive. It's like more than double the price of the Fed head. So the Fed head is meant to boost up the signal coming from the mic by around 27 dB noise-free audio. And although it works great, I noticed that it increases the sensitivity of the whole setup to static hiss coming from interference, especially when using the power adapter on the H4n Pro compared to just using the batteries, or when you run the cable near monitors. So that's something to be aware. Now, if you have the possibility to get a mic activator, that would probably be great, and you'll probably get the best results this way. But if you're on a really tight budget, then I suppose you can somewhat still use this even with the H4n Pro, but you have to apply quite a bit of denoise because you need to boost up your gain quite a bit, and that will introduce some noise to your audio. Speaking of tight budget, I believe you can find this microphone on eBay for even a better price. If you have high quality preamps, however, you can use this without the Fed head, no problem. And I have actually removed it, and what you're hearing now is coming from the mic recorded into the Zoom F6 without the Fed head. Okay, so now I'm recording in the Zoom H4n Pro without the Fed head. So what I'll do, I'll have two parts of the recording. The first part, I'm going to show you what it sounds like before I apply the denoise to the audio. And the second part, I'll show you what it sounds like after I apply the denoise in Adobe Audition. Like I said, you have to boost up your gain quite a bit on the Zoom H4n Pro. Right now I have it at 100. And I know for a fact that when I have it at 100 on the Zoom H4n Pro, it will introduce some noise. So this is the first part of the recording. And this is what it sounds like before I apply the denoise to it. And after this, I'm going to take you into Adobe Audition, and I'm going to show you how much denoise I need to apply for the audio to be decent. And like I said, this is not something I would go for, but it can be an option for people who are on a really tight budget and cannot afford the Fed head. And this may be the only option for them. Okay, so now this is the second part of the recording. I have applied the denoise to this audio, and this is what it sounds like after you apply the denoise to the audio. And as you can hear, it doesn't sound all that bad, but again, like I mentioned in the first part, this is not an option I would go for, but it can be an option for some people, and this is what it sounds like. So this video is part of a series of several videos where I present and recommend microphones on the budget. So if you want to watch my upcoming videos, make sure you're subscribed and to keep the notification bell on. In the second part, I'm reviewing the Samsung CO2, which is also a very affordable XLR microphone. The difference of that one being that it's a pencil small diaphragm condenser supercardioid microphone. Also great for indoors, but that one is perfect if you don't want your microphone to be in the shot and you want to have that boomed from above. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care now.